Hi Taurus, this is your general reading for the month of September. The cards have already been shuffled and laid out, so I'm going to get straight in to your reading. The first card we have is the Five of Cups. Now, this is the energy that you're bringing in this month. Now, the Five of Cups is very much about there's been some emotional loss or emotional disappointment. And that's all you're really able to focus on. It's kind of like at the moment, instead of seeing that your cup is half full, you are just concentrating on the cup being half empty. And while while you've been through the emotional ringer, so to speak, you've got to realize that your cup is half full. Because you can see there's 3 cups on the floor, and there's 2 cups behind this man that are still full and standing, but all he can focus on is the ones that have spilt over. It could be that there is some bitter memories, emotional bitter memories from the past that you are not able to let go of at the moment. It can also suggest that if somebody has hurt you emotionally, that maybe it's now time to forgive, to show some forgiveness. By forgiving somebody for what they've done to you is almost like a release in itself. And by forgiving, it can be you closing down that chapter and then being able to move on from this emotional hurt. But it's either memories from some hurt that you've suffered, or somebody has hurt you and you are still focusing on this. And really, I think you just need to see that, yes, there may have been some important lessons to learn from this, and to realize those lessons, and to realize that not all is lost. Now, the next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is your own energy. It is Earth, and it is for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Now, with the Nine of Pentacles, this has fallen within what's helping and hindering you, okay? Now, this card is showing that you are close to reaching your goals, okay? That difficulties that you've gone through are now coming to an end. That in some way there is going to be some success for you in some area of your life. And it's a well-deserved success. And I think this card is there to remind you to come out of that Five of Cups state of thinking that your cup is half empty, and to start to realize that difficult times are now coming to an end, that you are close to reaching your goals, that you have put a lot of hard work into some area of your life, and you're gonna get the payoff for that. And you need to start seeing, as I said, that your cup is half full, that good times are on the way. And you need to step out of that negative thinking, and you need to release what's happened in the past. Because in some area of your life, and as it's a Pentacles card, it does normally relate to work, material things, financial aspects of your life. And this card is saying that there's been a lot of hard work put in, and now things are going to come to fruition. Things are going to start to get better, and you're going to get the payoff for what you have worked hard to achieve. And you need to start to see that. The next card we have is the Ace of Swords. The swords are air related, which is Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Now, the Ace of Swords has fallen within the kind of root of the situation, or maybe you're like your subconscious mind. And it's saying that you are going to have a breakthrough moment. You're going to have, it's almost like that feeling of, aha, now I get it. Now I understand. You're going to gain clarity on a situation. You're going to get a new understanding. And I think that process has probably already started within you. Or the card is asking you to realize that, because as I said, you've been through this emotional turbulent time, okay? For some reason, you are still focusing on that. The Nine of Pentacles is telling you that you have put a lot of hard work into something, and you are now going to bear the fruits of your labor. And this Ace of Swords is about clarity. It is about a new understanding of something. It's a breakthrough moment. And I think that you are going to have this. I think you are going to finally have this breakthrough moment where you will gain more clarity on the emotional situation that caused you this pain. And you're going to gain a new understanding about that situation that's been concerning you. And I think once you get this breakthrough moment, then that's when you're going to start to see that your cup is half full rather than it being half empty. The next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. So again, we do have your own energy here. Now, the Page of Pentacles, this has fallen within your very near past, but it's something that's having an effect on you now, okay? And this is showing that a desire to manifest your dreams, okay? That having the motivation and energy to begin this process. Because I feel that in the past you've had these dreams about doing something or achieving something. And I feel that you have started to have the desire to realize these dreams. To find, it's like you're finding the energy and the motivation to start to make these dreams a reality, is what I'm seeing. The pages are always about new, something starting, where the aces are actually the new beginning, or seeing something in a new way, or starting something new, or feeling something new. The page is almost like the idea before you get to the ace, so to speak. The page is about realizing what it is, having the dream in your mind, having your goal in your head, and then starting to find a way to manifest that and to get the ball rolling. And I think that at some point in the past, you have had this desire for starting something new within your life, be it work. As I said, Pentacles do normally relate to work and money and that type of thing. And Pentacles are very grounded energy as well. But I feel that you've got this motivation and energy there to start to begin the process of manifesting a dream that you've got. Now here again we have more of your own energy with the Pentacles. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Now the 8 of Pentacles is all about focusing all your energy on to something, okay? And I think that that's in relation to this Page of Pentacles. I think in the past you've had this realization of a dream that you want to achieve, or a creative project, or a new job, something. And this card is showing in the present situation that you're becoming very engaged in what you are doing. You are focusing all your energy on to something, on maybe manifesting this dream and making it a reality. This card is very suggestive of change within a job or a new beginning in work. And it's a card of determination. It's somebody who's trying to master their craft or master a new skill in something. And it's a card about working hard. But as you can see, behind this man, there's like this little town behind him. But he's not focusing on anything else. He's purely focusing on what he is doing. And I think that that's where you're kind of at. That you have realized a dream that you've got. And you are now starting to put this into practice. You are wanting either a change within your job or a new job, or you have started a new job, or you maybe have decided to start your own business, or you've maybe decided to go to college or university to learn a new skill or a craft. But I think there's definite job change. And I see you focusing all your attention on to this. Now, the next card we have is the Knight of Cups, and I should have said at the beginning with the Five of Cups, the cups are all to do with their water element, and they are all to do with emotions, with feelings, with love. They are for Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Sorry, I went blank then. And while I may say the signs that these suits represent, it doesn't have to mean that you're dealing with somebody of one of those signs. Now, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can often be a messenger. It can often be somebody bringing a message, okay? It can be the starting of a creative adventure or venture. But the thing that the Knight of Cups warns you of is being realistic about a situation, because the Knight can sometimes be a bit I don't want to say head in the clouds, but almost can live in a bit of a fantasy world, is what I want to say. Because it can be suggestive of a new situation opening up for you, but it appears from nowhere. It's just all of a sudden one day this new opportunity or new situation appears for you. But what it's saying is just to be a little bit careful, because you could find you're being offered something, okay? But it may not be exactly what you thought, because you can see this Knight is offering this cup to somebody, okay? And the person who's going to accept it may think they're getting ABC, when in actual facts they get XYZ. You know, it's one of those situations that somebody may, as I said, there could be a new opportunity or something being offered, but it may not be exactly what you think. Or it can be something that's being offered to you, but you could be getting carried away with this. You could be having your head in the clouds and fantasizing about this becoming something more than it actually is. But either way, this card is asking you to remain focused, to look at what is being offered to you, to make sure that you understand 100% what the person is offering, or that you yourself do not get too carried away with this, and kind of keep your feet firmly on the ground, whereby you know what something actually is, without getting too carried away and living in a bit of a fantasy world. This next card we have is the Page of Swords. It is reversed, and the swords represent air, which I think I already said with the Ace of Swords. If I didn't, then excuse me. But the swords represent air, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Now, As I said, the Page of Swords is reversed, okay? Now, again, this has fallen within you. This is you at the moment, okay? Now, the swords are all about thinking, thoughts, our perception of things. Now, again, this Page of Swords is saying that to warn you that you could act in haste. It's asking you to think things through properly. Like I said with the Knight of Cups, something is being offered and maybe you're not thinking it through properly, because this card is saying that you need to do that, okay? It is saying that you could at the moment be questioning something, but constantly questioning something. And it could be getting on other people's nerves. But you are questioning something because you feel that you need to gain a better understanding of this. And which is good, because this card is telling you to not do something without thinking it through correctly. As I said, the swords are all about our thoughts and our thinking, and this card is asking you to really think things through. It can also suggest that you could be making promises that you know that you cannot keep. That you are promising to do all these things when you know that you haven't got the time, the energy, or for whatever reason, but you know you can't fulfill these promises. But with this Knight of Cups, with this something being offered to you, I just think you need to not dismiss the offer, not at all. But I think you do need to question the offer. You need to gain a better understanding on all the whats and the ifs and the whys with this. And before accepting the offer, just make sure that you've thought things through correctly. The next card we have is another page. It is the Page of Cups, and it is reversed. Now, this has fallen within your environment, your family, and your friends. Now, this can show that there could be somebody around you that is extremely immature. That they could have emotional problems. It can also suggest that somebody is trying to escape those emotional blockages or problems sometimes through drugs or alcohol. It can show somebody that expects a lot from something. Somebody who expects a lot but doesn't give a lot back. It's somebody that they almost struggle being able to have a healthy relationship with somebody because they're emotionally imbalanced. There is some I don't want to say emotional disturbance because that's not correct. I just feel that this person is not in touch with their emotions completely, or they have some emotional issues that they're not facing up to or they're not able to deal with. And the only way they can deal with that is maybe through some form of substance abuse. But either way, it's showing that there can be somebody around you that is, as I said, quite immature, that can have some emotional issues. And somebody, as I said, that expects so much from others without being prepared to really give anything back. Now, the next card we have is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a major arcana card, and looking at the table, this is your only major arcana card today. It is reversed, and this has fallen within your hopes and fears or need to know position, okay? And this card is saying about a refusal to change, that somebody needs to examine their true attitude to something, that a fresh perspective on something is needed. But the only way to gain that fresh perspective is to start examining your attitudes to it. And it's almost like there's a refusal to change, or a refusal to examine, as I said, your attitudes towards someone or something. And until that happens, this state of limbo is going to remain. It could be the person in the Page of Cups. It could be that person, the one that has emotional issues. If it's not them, then it's you. And normally in this position, the card would indicate that it's you. But it's like you're in limbo, okay? And what this card is asking you to do is to take guidance from your unconscious mind, because otherwise you're just going to waste more time. That's what this card is saying, that change is required. And because this card is all about waiting around, it's just waiting around, hanging around in limbo. But the only way that waiting is going to stop is by somebody gaining fresh perspective on things. Either a fresh perspective on knowing that change is coming, or a fresh perspective on their attitude towards something. But either way, somebody's perspective on something needs to change. Otherwise, this sense of feeling in limbo and just hanging around and waiting is just going to continue. Right, our final card is the Seven of Pentacles. So we've got more again of your own energy. We've got a lot of Pentacle cards on the table, which, as I said, is your own energy. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is reversed, and this has fallen within your distant outcome position. What this card is saying is that you've put a lot of time, energy and investment into something. It could be in a financial investment. because the Pentacles do speak of money. So it could be a financial investment, but also time and energy. And you're kind of thinking that you're not reaping what you've sown. It's like you feel that you've put all this, as I said, all this investment into something, and you're not getting back what you thought. It's like it's basically like you're not seeing a return on your investments. Either your investment in the time you've put into something, or the money, or both. It's like you've really heavily invested in something. I don't know what it is. It could be work, it could be a new business, it could be a relationship. But there has been a lot of time, energy and money invested within something, and you feel that you are not getting back what you feel you have put in. And you're kind of at that stage of thinking, do you know what? I just feel like giving up. I just feel like giving in on this, cutting my losses and walking away. But what this card can also say is that you have made the correct investments in this. And it's asking for you to be patient, to maybe not be so hasty to throw in the towel and walk away. That while at the moment you may not be getting back what you feel you've put in, but to be patient, because you've done everything you can. It can also suggest that maybe it's time, I don't know, maybe if it is a job situation, maybe half of your day is spent going through emails and replying to emails, when that time could be better spent doing something else. And those emails could maybe wait, or those emails maybe you could do when you're at home. It's kind of that situation as well, that maybe some delegation is needed. Maybe you need to kind of delegate to other people, so some of the workload is taken off you, and then you are able to put all your effort in to a particular area of this that needs your attention more than something else does. But either way, this card is showing that some big investments have been made by you into something, and you are kind of at the point of wanting to throw in the towel because you feel you're not getting back what you've put in. But this card is asking you to not be impulsive, to not be impatient, and to just hang on a bit longer. Just hang on in there, because eventually you will get back what you've put in. Well, Taurus, that is the end of your reading today. As I said, it was a general reading. As I'm sure you can appreciate, there is lots of Taurus people out there. So obviously this reading is not going to resonate with all of you. I do hope that somebody out there can make sense of this reading within their own life, even if it's just a small section of the reading. As I always say, if you have liked this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't liked it, then by all means give it the thumbs down. If you wish to leave a comment, I would be grateful for that. I really do like receiving comments from everybody, and I always make sure that I reply to every comment that is left, be it a positive one or a negative one. At the end of the day, I can only tell you what I see within the cards, and as I said, it's not going to fit everybody's life. I do understand that. I will be back again shortly to do your love reading for September. So until then, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you. Bye.